Way above the top of your head, I tap into a space known as your cosmic consciousness. It can be referred to as your cosmic chakra because you can find imbalances there and blocks when you're working in someone's energy field. Much like the other chakras that exist in the higher plane outside the physical being, beyond the top of the crown of the head. This chakra is more of a consciousness, and it permeates your entire being. Some people get glimpses of it throughout their life. Some people tap into it and live from it. With the cosmic consciousness, you begin to see that you're an integral part of the universe.
Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
The more conscious we become, then the past, the present, and the future become this very powerful one place. With the cosmic consciousness and the cosmic chakra, we understand and find and can tap into our values, our ethics, and comprehend our unity with all things. There is our ability to see the larger pattern, our ability to trust life. We have a holistic vision, not only of ourself, but of our place in the world and to one another, thereby developing social consciousness. We see beauty in all things and can truly apply mind over matter. The color that presents in the auric field at this chakra is gold, and the gemstones and healing crystals that I use are emerald, also clear quartz, and Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond's not a diamond, it's actually a clear quartz crystal. I have found when there's an imbalance in this chakra, maybe because the person is not living what they know on a cosmic conscious level, they come to a place where there can be an imbalance in this chakra. And therefore it exhibits as confusion or maybe vertigo or energetic or psychotic disorders or mystical depression. Sometimes the individual feels cut off from real functioning. They feel a disconnect with themselves because they're living within confines of constructs of reality as opposed to what they know in their soul the world is supposed to be about, right? And so when they're trying to break free from the confines of ego consciousness into cosmic consciousness, it could be a struggle, maybe because the world around them doesn't support this behavior or thinking, or think that they're odd when they're projecting and putting forth these altruistic concepts, if you will. For me and in my life and working with others in discussion, I suggest they find spaces where they can put these awarenesses, techniques, thoughtful consciousness into behavior where they won't be feeling ostracized or misunderstood, but rather tapping into where they can understand and appreciate and validate their awareness to quote unquote reality. You know, these are oftentimes people that are very spiritually adept or entering into mystical union, or also great at reading other people, either through a soul connection and being a mind reader, or recognizing that the pain they carry is other people's pain. These are the people that when they pray for other places on the planet often go there energetically and have a real soul link. And so sometimes they also have issue with watching the news because they can feel it. You know, it's palpable, these experiences of what other people are going through. But spirit reminds us, you know, the divine in us reminds us, our angels remind us that we are, of course, all interconnected. And it is better to figure out a way where you can offer prayer and relief to those places that you can't get to on the planet. You know, can you sign a petition, or can you hold them up in prayer, or pray for greater conscious expansion or greater awareness on the planet of people knowing that we are one? These are the journeys of the people that bounce in and out of cosmic consciousness really important to sit and ponder if this resonates with you. That if the struggles, they're real, but how can you make a difference? And knowing that you can tap into the wise self that is you to find out ways that might suit you to help make a difference and bring that awareness of oneness, that vibration of love and peace and kindness and compassion out there. Because that's all of those beautiful attributes. That's cosmic consciousness. It's nothing less than that. If I were to ask you what other chakra might join with the cosmic chakra to create a dynamic duo, I'm guessing you already know it's the heart chakra. And you are right. You are right. When your heart moves forward to approach any situation or any experience or any connection, when your heart is open and you're projecting that love and you're projecting compassion, that is when you will enliven this cosmic connection. It will be amplified, Spirit tells me. It will be amplified. And for those of you that have written me and said, who's this spirit you're talking to? Segue right now. Mostly it's an angel that's aligned with truth to help me bring forward this information now. Sometimes it's God, sometimes it's enlightened beings. Always the good. I've told you this before. I only work with the light. It's always the good guys. Hey, I want to tell you about my book, Some Dogs Talk. I wrote this book to teach animal communication among the pages of non-creepy paranormal realistic fiction. And because of the content and delivery, it is equally appealing to a wide age group. I think you'll find it fun to explore and actually probably maybe see yourself in the pages. Get your copy today. When people want to tap into their cosmic consciousness and make a link of awareness and understanding, I suggest Gyan Mudra. Gyan Mudra is when you join the tips of the index finger and the thumb, keeping the other finger straight. And if you're sitting, you can place the back of your straight fingers on your knees or on your thighs. You can also lay one of the finger layers on the other palm of the other hand so that your fingers are on top of one another. And I do this often, but if you've ever seen me talk live, you might notice that I use this one all the time, even in private conversation with people when I'm trying to find an answer or someone's name. I use this in my day-to-day life. I put my tip of my index finger and my thumb together, holding it up with the intention of getting the answer, because I know we're all cosmically linked. So this is even, what's that word I'm searching for? What's that person's name? These kind of answers. And so you too can use this to tap into it. Try it. And if you've seen the images of saints and sages, you might see that their hands are actually in Gyan Mudra, thumb and index finger tips joining while the others are straight. They're connecting to this higher state of awareness. If you wanted to explore a yoga asana, a yoga posture for your cosmic chakra and in your strengthening prayer time, I invite you to try Kriya. It is generally when you sit on your heels, and some people prefer to have a blanket between their heels and their sits bones, their bum. And that allows a blanket or like a bolster. I just did Gyan Mudra for it, or a bolster, so that you can not have it be so uncomfortable on your knees. But if this is too tough, sit in a chair, right? The hand mudra that you want your hands in this moment then is to have your hands in prayer position. So if you're identifying with a male body, your right thumb is on top of your left thumb. If you're identifying in a female body, then your left thumb is on top of your right thumb. All the rest of your fingers are pointed straight ahead, pressed together. And so you raise this hand position way up as high as you can above the top of your head. In this prayer position, if you will. You're aligning your cosmic chakra down to your root chakra and then down into the earth so that you can bring the energy and the vibration of that asana to your spiritual practice and meditation time. Two areas of interest to me with the cosmic consciousness and cosmic chakra are the principle of oneness and also time bending and also manifesting. Okay, three things. and we've been over manifesting, so I probably won't go over that again. And maybe in my next episode, I think I want to talk about time bending because that is really fun to explore. So I'm sure I will. The principle of oneness. My friend Russell Anthony Gibbs wrote a book by the same name, The Principle of Oneness. I will include a link in the show notes. It's really lovely, and it is a practical guide to experience the profound unity of everything, as the title suggests. I hope you find it helpful if you decide to read it. Okay, that's your quick intro to cosmic chakra and cosmic consciousness. And like all vibratory planes of consciousness, it is an experience. It is experiential. And in my opinion, the way you can force feed yourself the experience is that when you are going through your day in your world, to commit to having a higher mind, a higher awareness to the interconnectedness, to social consciousness, to the larger pattern of life, and your ability to see the beauty in all things. Sometimes it is just releasing old patterns of behavior that can help us attain these new heights of spiritual awareness. As you explore your week and explore yourself and your relation to the world around you, I hope you have profound spiritual experiences of unity, of cosmic consciousness. I hope that you've garnered a little bit of information, if not a lot, from our time together. Hey, Constance Messmer here. I just want to do a shout out of big thanks to all the members. I am so grateful. And all the people dropping in and giving little donations here and there and super thanks and all that stuff. I really appreciate you. You members and you people contributing and subscribers are what helped me bring this content to everyone, really. They both contribute to the cost of production, and I am definitely grateful for that. This stuff is not cheap to put out. Oh my God. Oh my God. So every little bit helps, and I am filled with gratitude that you're stepping up. I am not necessarily a joiner, not usually, but there are environmental issues in other organizations that I do belong to and I contribute to because I like to see them persevere. And I'm hoping you feel the same about this work. I hope you put it into practice in your life. That's another way that you could spread this work and help change our world, which is what I think it ultimately does. As you know, I think if everyone tuned into their soul senses, the world would be a much better place. So when you subscribe, it's a big yes vote for the content, and it helps spread the work across the planet. So when you put the lessons into practice and subscribe and like and share, you help me help you carry the lesson beyond you and me. And I am just really grateful. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational, spiritual, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.